Hey doll, welcome to my corner where we discover, find, and discuss various tales, stories, and depictions of all things horror, spooky, creepy, and the macabre. Today we're going to be reading about the tale of the Donkey Lady of San Antonio, Texas. And so with that being said, get cozy, turn off your lights, grab a blanket, and let's delve into our Lacerated Lullaby. On the south side of San Antonio is a bridge known to be the home of the Donkey Lady. Some say she's a ghost, while others say she's a living creature, half donkey and half human. The Donkey Lady Bridge is at the end of Jet Road before it runs into Applewhite Road. She is said to live in these woods around the bridge and jump on your car, damaging it with her hooves if you park here too long. There are many stories on the internet about this San Antonio legend, whether she's a ghost or a creature. The Donkey Lady story is scary and well known throughout many parts of Texas. Several stories detail how the Donkey Lady came to be and how she became part donkey, part human. Some stories say she lost her children in a fire set by her husband. She was terribly disfigured in the fire, fusing her fingers and toes together, creating hoof-like hands and feet. Her head was so badly burned in the fire that it healed in such a warped, elongated fashion so it resembled that of a donkey. She roams the area surrounding the bridge in South San Antonio nightly, crying for her children. She will routinely chase off anybody who bothers her by honking. Honking a car's horn is supposedly the best way to get the attention of this beastly Donkey Lady. Another story about how the Donkey Lady came to be surrounds the same bridge area of South San Antonio. In the mid-50s, a woman would walk her donkey along the road to the fields near her home to let the donkey graze. A boy claimed the woman's donkey had bitten him, so the boy's father and several of his friends plotted to grab the donkey as it was being walked by the woman to the fields. They waited in the woods and then jumped out when she walked by and tried to grab the rope from the woman that was leading her donkey. As they fought for the rope, the donkey accidentally fell into the stream and drowned. The men were walking away when the woman started throwing rocks at them, and as a rock hit one of the men, knocking him unconscious, the other men grabbed the woman and threw her into the water, where she also drowned. The spirit of the woman and her beloved donkey combined into one and now angrily roam the area around the bridge. The Donkey Lady ghost is said to have enormous strength, scary, glowing eyes, beastly screams, and a rage that haunts any who bother her or come into her vicinity. There are other accounts of witnesses and sightings of the Donkey Lady, but this one seems to be the most intriguing, so I'm going to go ahead and read their story. Down in an area near San Antonio, there was the legend of the Donkey Lady. She is reportedly the spirit of a horribly mutated woman appearing to be half woman and half donkey. She is reported to haunt a bridge in the woods south of the town, and this location has become a hot spot for local thrill seekers, both young and old. This story is not directly related to me, but happened to some friends of mine. I have known them all my life and have no reason not to believe them. In late 1987, while at my best friend's house, 4 fellow companions showed up, bored and looking for something to do. We suggested they visit the Donkey Lady Bridge. This location was only a short drive from the house, about 5 or 6 miles, and was a local favorite amongst the late-night stories. They agreed and were soon driving out of sight. About 6 hours later, their vehicle returned to our driveway with only one occupant. Assuming he had taken the girls home and that he was ready to party in South Antonio, we went out, anxious to greet him. However, what we found at the car is something I'll never forget. The windshield was busted, the front dented, and there was what appeared to be blood all over the hood. We immediately ran over to the driver's door to see if John was all right. However, John was just sitting there staring out the window with the most blank expression on his face. After several minutes of consistent badgering, we finally got him to talk. He, Lisa, Terry, and Jill arrived at the bridge. They began to honk their horn, trying to summon the legendary donkey lady, but after about 15 minutes of not saying anything, they decided to go into the woods and look for themselves. What happened next was truly incredible. If I hadn't known John all my life and seen the car, I would not have believed him. While walking in the woods, John said he got the feeling they were being watched. He immediately stopped and told everyone to be quiet, looking around and evaluating the situation, where he discovered what appeared to be two eyes staring at them off in the distance. These eyes seemed to be reflecting the moonlight and were the color that he said to be indescribable. The girls panicked and began to run back to the car. John was quick to follow, and soon after he turned away, there was a horrible scream from the direction of the eyes. He described as it almost being a cry from an intelligent animal. Too afraid to turn around, he picked up the pace as he ran to the car. When he got there, the girls were already in the car screaming for him to get in and leave. As he was trying to find his keys, he heard what seemed to be the sounds of a horse running in their direction. Starting the car, he slammed it into gear and put it to the floor. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the road in front of him. Too afraid to stop, John collided with the figure. It hit the hood of the car and rolled over the roof. Looking in his rearview mirror, he said that the figure had got up and continued to pursue them. After hearing this and seeing the condition of the car, Steve and I immediately felt this deserved a second look. John told us he would never return to that bridge again, but if we wanted to risk our lives, to go right ahead. Grabbing 2 flashlights and a pair of shotguns that were the biggest weapons Steve's father had, we jumped in my pickup and made our way for the bridge. As we drew closer, we slowed down and turned on the many off-road lights my truck had. These lit the road and the woods to the side of us as if it was daytime, giving us an outstanding view of the bridge as we approached. The first thing we noticed as the bridge drew near were the numerous amounts of blood on the road. However, these were the only signs of evidence we could find. Upon investigating of the woods by foot and shotguns, we discovered what seemed to be several tracks of a small, unshod horse leading to the road. After several hours of looking and not finding anything else, we returned to the house. By this time, John had already found his way home, and we lay in bed, too excited to sleep. To this day, none of the 4 individuals involved in this story have returned to the bridge. Did John actually see and strike the donkey lady that night? Or was it merely a stray pony startled by their presence? All I know is that something was there that night, and it scared our friends half to death. Now, this was an interesting story, and I read this way back when I was in high school, like my early years of high school, and it captivated me. And it always kind of like stuck out in my mind. And seeing some depictions, some artist renders and stuff like that of what the donkey lady was described to be, it always sent a certain chill down my spine. And I'm a sucker for these urban legends, these myths, that how they come to be and what they are in like local tales and stuff like that, and the impact that they have to the community surrounding the tales. So tell me what you guys think about the donkey lady. Do you think she's real? Do you think she's just a tale to scare people by the campfire? Let me know in the comments below. If you like the video, please like it and subscribe for more Lacerated Lullabies.